Welcome back to the Discipler Group. We're glad that you've joined us again. We're in a three-part series, and this is the second part on developing your faith. Faith development is critical. Faith formation is critical for the maturing of disciples. One of the things that's really critical is helping people in smaller groups, getting intimate with one another, learning together, where their faith really is stretched and they have the opportunity to ask questions and grow and learn from one another. Today, Reverend Mary Dennis, a member of the Baltimore-Washington Conference, will be sharing with us about small groups. She'll introduce us to two different small groups. We'll also have the opportunity to hear from people who have participated in small groups and their testimony. They're from the Willow Creek Church. Small group ministry is critical to our faith development. Jesus taught large crowds of people, but he also gathered his disciples together, and they got away from the large crowds where they could join together in a smaller group to study together, to pray together, to support one another in their journey. That's what we're inviting all church leaders to do, all spiritual leaders, to help develop small groups where people can grow and mature in their faith, where they can be supported, where they can celebrate with one another, learn how they can serve together. We encourage you in your congregation to continue to grow and develop small group ministry. Again, thank you for joining us.
I believe in small group life to the core of who I am. It has changed my life.
Small group's an opportunity for us to connect in the kind of relationship that in our culture doesn't experience as much anymore, and gives an opportunity to be real intentional about growing in our walk with God.
The other benefit of it is being able to ask those questions that you wouldn't typically ask about God in a larger setting.
Like I hear a good message, it's challenging, it's thought-provoking. It's not really the time for me to raise my hand and go, I have a question. But when it comes to a group, it gives me a chance to hear what God's doing in other people's lives.
It's a way of sharing and getting feedback as opposed to being on an island by yourself.
One of the young women in the group started to really share deeply out of her life and started to open up in ways that really amazed me because it was such a deeper place than she'd ever been willing to go before. And I watched the group immediately jump in and start trying to tell her what to do and giving her advice and fixing things. And I watched her heart open and shut. She shut down.
Small group life can be messy. What we hope to do is navigate through the messiness well together. And I think that's what God uses. Where I see people grow is when there's those relational tensions or conflict, or where we have those tough conversations, or when we hit a point where we do want to move in different directions and we navigate that together.
Knowing that there are people there for me that I can go to, whatever the case may be, is just so reassuring in life and in my walk with Christ.
Hi, I'm Mary Dennis, and I'm a guide in the Western region of the conference. I'm going to share with you today some habits and values that will help you make your small groups life-changing. Bill Donahue talks about them in his video Regroup and his book, Leading Life-Changing Small Groups. He's the executive director for Group Life of the Willow Creek Association. But first, I'd like to introduce you to a small group that's struggling. You could say they're challenged at being effective to help anyone connect and develop. First, meet their leaders, Kevin and Faith Reese.
We've met a few times before. I don't think it's going very well. What do you think?
I think it'll be fine.
You're not vacuuming like it'll be fine? He doesn't vacuum when things are fine. Vacuuming is a very bad sign. Oh, he's feeling better now.
We're trying to create a safe place here, but we got off to a rough start. Okay, here we go. Discuss what Jesus meant by worry in Matthew 6:25 and following, which we just read.
What's to discuss? I worry, you worry, everyone worries. I know what worry means.
Can you give us an example? What do you worry about?
Everything. My boss doesn't like me, doesn't like my work. Tomorrow I could be gone.
You should talk to him.
this morning.
It's better than worrying about it. Just ask him. Say, if you're going to fire me, do it now.
You know, he's not the kind of guy you just walk up to and say, if you're going to just
kind of
fire
guy if you'd make him.
Michael, who knows? Maybe if you just talk to him.
No, not a good idea. I know the guy. Trust me, it's not a good idea. Smart to stay off the radar.
Last time I talked to my boss, I got killed.
Marty thinks this is Hollywood. Marty wants to make films.
While wearing black. Mr. Aggressive,
And-
really helping
And
things.
Michael, he's a friend of Kevin's.
A younger brother to a friend of mine, different office, same.
And
Go
he
ahead.
just finished a new house. He actually is really good with wood,
Mhm.
and he finished all his own cabinets, and it's amazing.
Don't forget Greg.
Gregory.
Gregory, yes. Michael was needing help moving into his new
And
place.
Michael was borrowing a truck, and the guy backed out.
Yeah, so
and
in group, Michael brought it up. He needed some help moving, and then from there it was not good.
Not good.
You know, I'm in a little bit of a jam this weekend. I got all these boxes, and I don't have anyone to help me move them. I was wondering if any of you guys,
Google.
if you got a free
Google movers. I'm out of town. I'm sorry.
Marty.
Yeah, I know I'm young, but my back, I throw it up all the time.
Ask Veronica. No, listen to me. Google it. Seriously. Just Google it. Cheap movers. You got a zillion helpers, nothing flat.
I can just find help on my own. Thanks.
You bet.
Sure.
Our top priority, well, we hope.
Safety.
Yes, feeling like, you know, you can share openly without being worried, just being safe, you know, safe. Just, you know, safe.
Yeah, so I don't know, worried. I don't.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's my son. He's fine. I'll turn it off.
A little late. Hey, don't worry about it.
Everything okay?
Her 10-year-old is with the babysitter.
Oh.
Alicia?
No. I mean, yes. Yes, I'm fine, really. I'm sure. It's been a really long day. Really. Let's just move on.
I can even see the letters with the sunglasses.
Was he gonna punch him?
I thought he might. It's close.
Safety! Welcome to the safe place.
Ow, ooh. I think Veronica was really nervous.
Why don't we just read the passage again?
Yes, let's start in verse 25. Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear.
It'll get better. It will.
Now that group's not likely to get better without some focus and direction. This would be a good time to introduce 5 habits that create a grace-filled truth-telling group. The first habit is care. That means being for each other, encouraging each other, or coming alongside each other. First and foremost, a small group is a place where people care about each other. The second habit is safety. That's about having a come-as-you-are culture. The group is a place where you can feel safe enough to be yourself and where you accept each other unconditionally. Then there's authenticity. Your small group should be a place where you can be real with each other. It also needs to be a place where we can safely take relational risks with one another. The next habit is growth. And this is what we're talking about in Hebrews 10:24, spurring one another on, pushing each other to take growth steps, and even naming areas where growth needs to happen. That's the truth-telling part. The fifth and last habit is help. Small groups provide resources others may need. This kind of help may be as practical as helping someone move, just like in the video, but it's also about asking for help when it's needed. Well, let's go back to our group again and see how it goes when they make use of these 5 habits. See if it isn't a little better this time around. Watch for each of the habits as they occur. Remember, they're care, safety, authenticity, growth, and help.
So, what do you think Jesus meant by worry? I know it's awkward to start, but let's just jump in.
I worry. You worry. Everyone worries. I know what he means by worry.
Yep. Sorry, I had it on vibrate. It's my son. I just talked to him. He's fine.
Michael, what do you worry about?
Too much. My job, mostly. My boss doesn't like me, or my work. You know, tomorrow I could be gone. That's how I feel every day, and it's a tough way to live.
Why do you think he doesn't like you?
I don't know. He doesn't give me much feedback. He's a quiet guy, but like scary quiet. You know.
You could talk to him.
No, I don't think that'd be a good idea.
Have you ever tried?
No, he doesn't like complainers, so I don't want to.
That's not what you'd be doing. You'd just be asking for some feedback.
Right. Uh-huh.
Maybe.
Might surprise you.
Well, maybe.
Can I check in with you in a couple of weeks?
Okay, sure.
Would you just
don't make fun?
I-
He's gonna see this.
Hey, did you guys
know?
catch that thing tonight? That thing between Michael and Gregory? It was toward the end. Michael, I've known this kid forever. He's moving into this new place, and he said he needed some help.
Guys, I'm kind of in a fix with moving this weekend. I don't know if you could even spare like an hour. I would really. Kevin, are you?
Sorry, I'm out of town.
What do we got going this weekend?
I don't think.
I can help.
Seriously?
Sure. Yeah, as long as the boxes are light.
Being as how you're so infirm.
Yeah, what do you got going?
I'm booked. I'm helping Michael move.
Yeah. Besides, I want to hear about all this finished work that everybody's been telling me about.
Oh, it's great.
Marty will help.
I'm in. I'm all in.
Marty, thank you so much.
Yes.
I won't regret it.
I'm sorry. It's Tyler. He's upset with me, but he's fine.
I think you'd agree that the group worked much better this time. You could easily see how making use of the 5 habits improved the effectiveness of the group. By intentionally introducing caring, safety, authenticity, growth, and helping, they were creating an atmosphere conducive to connecting together in meaningful ways and developing faith. Now, most churches already have small groups. They might be ministry teams, Bible studies, prayer groups, choirs, or committees. Their expressed purpose might be disciple-making, building community, service, or support. Yet each of these groups share some common components and values. 4 life-changing values for small groups are love, learn, serve, and reach. Love is expressed in a variety of ways in group life. First, we express love to God through prayer and worship. Then we express love to one another as we serve one another and care for one another in our group. John chapter 13, verses 34 and 35 tells us, I give you a new commandment, that you love one another. Just as I have loved you, you also should love one another. It's Christian love that makes our groups distinctive. Small groups value learning. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 11, verse 29, Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble of heart, and you will find rest for your souls. Learning about Christ and His will for our lives is a key component of group life. All groups learn. They learn the scriptures, they learn about one another, they learn about themselves. Life-changing small groups have a service component. James chapter 2, verse 17 says, Faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead. Service and good works are part of any vibrant, healthy small group. Your group must decide how you will express Christian love and serve your community and others in the body of Christ. The last component of group life is reach. Groups must make decisions that ensure the group's purpose and vision are carried out. That means reaching others for Christ. We reach out in a couple of ways, by witnessing to our faith and by being invitational. You frequently hear the word multiplication used in relation to groups. The whole idea is for small groups to grow. When they get to be too big for everyone to participate, then it's time for some members to break off and form a new group. Small groups are an important part of ministry in the local church. It's the place where people of faith can connect and develop their faith. The 5 habits we discussed today help groups to become grace-filled and safe places for believers to share their faith, concerns, and doubts. Ensuring that your groups incorporate all 4 components helps the experience to be life-changing for all involved. You see, small groups not only transform lives, they can also transform your church community.